Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. And welcome to another episode of The Breakfast Show with Marisha LaShay. It is so good to see you guys on this beautiful Friday. Man, y'all, I'm so glad to see this day. It's a relief. It's a relief. I'm not teaching today, but I will be in professional development. I am Marisha LaShay. And man, y'all, I just gotta count my blessings. Praise God. How you been? And y'all know we're gonna kick off this show by doing our mental check-in on a scale from 1 to 10. How are you feeling? 1 being the worst day of your life, 10 being the best day of your life. Where are you on that scale? Can I be below a 1? Can I be above a 10? Absolutely. Who am I to tell you how to feel about you and the way that you are waking up, kicking off your day? How are you feeling on this beautiful Friday? Well, first and foremost, I'm giving honor to God who's the head of my life. I'm going to go first and check in with y'all. Y'all, I'm on 10. Okay. I'm on 10 because first and foremost, I didn't have to prepare a review today. So I'm counting my blessings. But what I will be doing is taking a deep dive in data later on today for my students and just seeing how I could better assess and help them. What are the tools used to help them? So I'm just actually just going into the professional development with that on my mind and being able to identify the things that they need from me. Yes, I go in every day and give 1,000%, but it's getting granular about what needs to happen. So, with that being said, you guys go ahead and share those numbers. How are you feeling depending on what platform you're on? Please feel free to drop those numbers below. I love it. And I want to know how you're doing. All right, you guys, we're going to go ahead and jump right in to our day 8 of Going Green Week. You know that this is the entrepreneurial series, okay? 2 months ago, we did the Financial Fanatic series, but this month we are focusing on entrepreneurs like myself and others. And of course, we've been having guests, and I'm so grateful for them taking the time out to actually come on and speak to you all about what it is that they actually do. And you guys, as I'm just going through this series, I'm also going through the process as well of structuring my business um and things like that. So, with that being said, our focus for today is going to be how to prepare and execute a successful launch. Hmm. How to prepare and execute a successful launch. Please go get those papers and pens if you need them, because we're going to go through a couple things that we need to know in order for our launch to be efficient and clear. The first thing is to create a clear launch plan. You always creating a plan. Excuse me. What to do. Define your goals, your target audience, launch a timeline, and the resources that you may need as you're preparing for your launch. Okay. Also, let's get key milestones identified and set up specific deadlines for tasks like marketing material preparation, as I spoke about in a previous video. Um, like marketing material preparation again, website readiness, okay, and product delivery. When you think about product delivery, how are you going to be able to get these out to your consumers and people that want to know about your product? Will you show up at a pop-up shop? Are you having an actual event or launch online or something? Did you let the consumers and your customers know that you were coming? Was your launch going to be, when it happened, right? I remember when I first launched this podcast, and I always tell you guys this because it's just important. So when I launched this podcast, I wasn't calling it a podcast. I didn't even know what a podcast was. Okay. Until it started growing, the traction took over. But as growth took place, I had to continue to educate myself along the way. I had to find ways to continuously to keep polishing and to keep getting it going so it wouldn't overwhelm me, because I am just me. This podcast runs with just me. I don't have an assistant. I don't have anybody that's editing. I don't have all of those things. The banner that you're looking at right behind me, I'm creating my things, that I need. And that is what you do. So I have an example for you guys. So say for instance, um, you have a company. It creates a comprehensive 30-day plan outlining email campaigns, influencer partnerships, and blog posts leading up to the launch. This ensures that all marketing and promotional efforts are in sync. Okay. Second thing you want to do is to build hype and anticipation. What do? You start teasing your launch several weeks in advance through social media, email, newsletters, and exclusive sneak peeks. Utilize the countdowns, behind the scenes content, or pre order specials to create, excuse me, excitement. So, example, a new skincare brand begins sending out teaser emails, sharing testimonials from early testers, and posting sneak peek videos on social media, building anticipation and delay in days leading up to the launch. Okay. Third thing, you want to ensure your website and tech are ready. And tell me more about that. What to do. Test your website, test your payment getaways, and all the technical systems. Make sure everything works smoothly and coordinate, including your checkout process, your subscription services and customer support channels. Okay, you could post instructions about how to actually go through this process of booking or ordering because some people need the extra information to know how to navigate through your site. That will be an example as well. Um, Another example of being able to test your technology is, for example, if you had an e-commerce, yeah, store test is a checkout system, ensuring that the product pages load quickly, the shopping cart functions properly, and all payment methods are supported to prevent crashes during high traffic because these things can happen. And the only way that you can prepare for them is actually by doing different test runs on your actual website and your technology. All right. Four, leverage your social proof and partnerships. Okay. What to do? You want to secure testimonials or partnerships with influencers, bloggers, or industry experts who can then lead credibility to your launch. You want to share customers' reviews or case studies if you have them. Okay. So, like for instance, if I was doing a mobile app for fitness, fans partners with popular fitness influencers to offer early access, encourage their followers to download the app and share feedback, creating immediate trust and interest. Okay, so that's the fourth thing that you want to do. Leverage your social proof and partnerships. Fifth thing, prepare for a high demand. Prepare for a high demand. What do? You forecast demand and be prepared for surges in traffic or product orders. Ensure that customer service teams are trained to handle inquiries and that the inventory levels are sufficient to meet initial demand. So, an example, a subscription box service stocks up on extra inventory and hires temporary customer support staff in anticipation of a surge in signups during launch week. Mhm. That's good preparation. That is one example of how you prepare for a launch day. But depending on what type of business you have and that you're doing, you always want to make sure that you do have enough people or you have a plan in place to be able to get that demand together. Number six, you want to focus on a memorable first impression. Okay. And we can't stress this enough. Your first impression is everything. So, what do you do with this? You deliver a flawless experience on launch day, whether it's a physical product, a digital service, or an event. Ensure that your first impression leaves customers feeling excited and confident in their purchase or engagement. An example, a new clothing line offers personalized thank you notes or exclusive gifts with the first orders. Okay. Ensure that customers feel special and valued right from the start. I think that is definitely a fantastic way to do that, especially with the clothing line. I know that my friend Elizabeth, which you guys heard from Elizabeth last week, but every time that she sends out her packaging or you order for something from her, she always has a flyer in there for you, something that you could actually hold on to and remember her by. So I definitely appreciate that. And last but not least, having a post launch plan in place. What to do? Be ready to follow up after the launch. This could involve thanking early adopters, gathering feedback, resolving any issues, maintaining momentum with the follow up marketing and communication. An example: a new online course platform sends out follow up surveys to the initial users, asking for feedback for the on content, user experience, and overall satisfaction to improve future iterations. So we will always want to make sure that we're carefully planning and executing each step. It doesn't all have to happen at one time, but you're actually being um, effective in making sure that it's going to be an impactful launch that resonates with your audience and sets the stage for long term success. So, yes, these are the strategies that I have listed and share with you guys today. I'm going to go ahead and recap for you guys, just in case that you may have missed any of them. So, number one, you want to create a clear launch plan. Number two, you want to build hype and anticipation. Number three, you want to ensure your website and tech are ready. Number four, you want to leverage social proof and partnerships. Number five, you want to prepare for high demand. Number six, you want to focus on memorable first impressions. And seven, you want to have a post launch plan in place for when the launch is over. How are you going to follow up with the customers and kind of get some type of insight about how everything went? So, you guys, with that being said, I hope that these 7 tips and strategies will help you in your business, as I've had to do a few of these things myself to continuously to keep going, especially with the end of the year approaching. It is now November. So it is now time to start gearing up for a new year. And what would that look like, sound like, and just be for this podcast brand or any brand or listener that is out there. So thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope that you guys actually learn something and something that you can use going forward. So yes, you guys, with that being said, I will talk to you guys tomorrow, same time, same place.